Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. And today's video is when you get caught in a villain attack and kidnapped. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And let's get going. You had just stepped out of a coffee shop, the warm mug clutched in your hands, when the ground beneath you rumbled. Before you could even register what was happening, a sickly green mist enveloped the street, followed by the terrifying cackle of a villain that you vaguely recognized from news reports. Some B-lister with a teleportation quirk. Panic flared in your chest as the mist thickened, and then a strong gloved hand clammed over your mouth, pulling you backwards into the swirling green. Your last sight was the frantic, horrified face of a civilian before everything went black. You woke up to a throbbing headache and the smell of stale air and something metallic. Your wrists were bound tightly behind your back, and your ankles similarly restrained. The room was dim, lit by a single flickering bulb, revealing crumbling concrete walls. "Well, look who's finally awake," a gruff voice sneered from the corner. The villain, a lanky man with a sneering face, stepped into the light. "You're a pretty little thing, aren't you? Let's see how long it takes to your hero boyfriends to show up." Your blood ran cold. He knew about them, Bakugo and Kirishima. He swallowed, trying to sound braver than he felt. "They'll find me, and when they do, you're going to regret this." The villain laughed, a harsh, grating sound. "Feisty, I like it, but they won't find you. Not until I'm ready for them to." He moved closer, his shadow looming over you. "I'm going to make them pay for what they did to my crew." Hours crawled by. Each tick of an non-existent clock amplified your fear, but also your hope. You knew that they'd definitely be looking for you. They always did, especially when you were in danger. Suddenly, a distant explosion rattled the building, followed by another, closer this time. The villain, who had been pacing, froze, his head snapping towards the sound. "What the?" "I told you," you said, a shaky smile gracing your lips. "They're here already." The villain snarled, pulling out a comms device. "They're here. Get ready." Another explosion, louder this time, blew a hole in the wall, a few rooms down. Dust and debris rained down. You heard the unmistakable sound of crashing through concrete, and then two voices, as familiar as your own heartbeat. "Where is she, you damn extras?" Bakugo's roar echoed through the building. "We know she's here. Just give her up." Kirishima's voice, usually so cheerful, was laced with an edge of fury. The villain's eyes darted between you and the collapsing wall. He knew he was outmatched. With a frustrated growl, he began to sprint towards an exit. Before he could reach it, an explosive blast ripped through the doorway, sending him sprawling. Bakugo stood there, a terrifyingly beautiful silhouette in the dust, his palms smoking. Kirishima was right behind him, his body hardened, ready for a fight. Their eyes landed on you, tied to the chair, and their rage on their faces intensified tenfold. "Wyon!" Kirishima was the first to reach you, his hardened hands gently untying the ropes. "Are you okay? Did he hurt you?" His voice was thick with concern, his eyes scanning you for any injuries. "I'm fine, Kiri." You breathed, relief washing over you as the last rope fell away. You immediately wrapped your own arms around his neck, burying your face in his shoulder. He held you tight, a low growl rumbling in his chest. Bakugo, meanwhile, had the villain pinned to the floor, a smoking hand hovering menacingly close to his face. "You want to tell me why you thought it was a good idea to lay a hand on my goddamn significant other, you piece of shit?" He snarled, his voice a low, dangerous rumble. "Bakugo, let him go. He's really not worth it," you said, pulling away from Kirishima slightly. Bakugo scoffed, but his hand receded. He then turned, his intense gaze softening as it landed on you. He stalked over, pulling you from Kirishima's embrace and into his own, a possessive arm wrapped around your waist. You really think you can just go and get yourself kidnapped, huh, dumbass? He grumbled, although his grip on you was surprisingly gentle. You leaned into his warmth, feeling safer than you had in hours. Well, it wasn't exactly planned, you know. Kirishima chuckled, resting a hand on your shoulder. We were so worried, Wayan. We tore the city apart looking for you. Yeah, well, you found me, didn't you? He looked up at Bakugo, then at Kirishima, a wave of affection washing over you. You guys always do, and I knew it. That's why I wasn't scared at all. Bakugo huffed, pulling you tighter. Damn right we do. Nobody touches what's ours. He then looked at Kirishima. Let's get her out of here. And then we're having a long talk about what you're allowed to do alone from now on. You rolled your eyes, but a smile played on your lips. You knew it was his way of showing he cared. Oh, I'm sure we are. Kirishima just grinned, his hardening quirk fading. As long as you're safe, Wayan. That's all that matters. He squeezes your shoulders gently. Let's go home. As they led you out of the crumbling building, surrounded by the flashing lights of police cars and the distant sounds of sirens, you know one thing for sure. You were incredibly lucky to have them both. You arrived at the apartment, the adrenaline of the rescue slowly fading, replaced by lingering exhaustion and a deep sense of gratitude. As soon as the door clicked shut behind you, Bakugo pulled you into a tight hug, burying his face in your hair. Don't you ever do that again, Wayan. I didn't exactly have a choice, Katsuki. You hugged him back just as tightly, though. Kirishima, who had been watching, now wrapped his arms around the both of you, pulling you into a comforting group hug. Seriously, Wayan, my heart nearly stopped. We thought the worst, but you're safe now, and that's all that matters. He pulled back slightly enough, looking at their worried faces. I know, and I'm so glad you guys came for me. Bakugo scoffed, though there was no real heat behind it. Of course we came for you, dumbass. What, you think we just let some shitty villain get away with that? He finally released you. Now go get cleaned up. You look like you wrestled a dust bunny. Charming, as always, you retorted, rolling your eyes good-naturedly. Despite his rough exterior, you knew it was his way of showing affection. After the shower, the rest of the evening was spent curled up on the couch, sandwiched between them, watching a mindless superhero movie. Baku's arm was possessively draped around your waist, while Kirishima gently ran his fingers through your hair. The world outside could be chaotic, but here, in the safety of their arms, you know that you're exactly where you belonged. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And goodbye!